Hello everybody and welcome in this presentation which will show you the different ways to load amazing skins. We are going to start with the fastest way. So you are in Genesis to female materials, amazing skins. And the fastest way is if you want to use a defined character, Aiko, Gia, Girl 6, Olympia, Stephanie 6 or V6, Victoria 6, you can just press this and drag the scene in DAZ Studio, and it will load the character, the pose, the prop, the lights and the materials. And here you have something already ready to render. Okay, and this is the amazing skins. Here you see the name of the shader. I'm gonna set very low quality render settings because let's say out of 5, because I don't want the calculus to be too long. Let's say 6 shadow samples and 400 by 400. Okay, let's go. And this is ready for the render. And this is rendering. What I'm gonna do, I like to make progressive rendering so that if there is a mistake, I see it immediately. When making a progressive rendering, you'll see there a little message saying that the pixel filter is reset to box. But just for the previews, I like to have progressive renderings. Okay, so this is the base, and this is the first way to set up a scene, to load amazing skins. I'm going to delete everything. Okay, second way is to load in the figures. I mean, your content may be organized differently. Mine is organized by that. Let's load, for instance, Victoria 6 and drag and drop in the scene, or you can also double click, it's the same. Now Victoria 6 will load with the initial shaders, okay? And whatever the character, whether it is Victoria 6, I'm going to dress her so that I don't have any. Oh, what's happening? Okay, I'm going to dress her so that I don't have problem. It's amazing example. Okay, I've included some little basic outwear. Okay, in order for my characters not to appear naked in the scenes. So this is the base shader which is included. So you have two options. First option is to apply this, and it will work on any Genesis 2 figure. The only constraint is that the names of the surfaces are these ones, and this work on any G2 figures. So I select my figure, I don't need to select the surfaces, and just double click on that. And DAZ Studio will read all the shader definition assets and the properties of the assets required to have, okay, now the amazing skin loaded, knowing that you have different shaders for the cornea, all the skin parts, the sclera, okay, and the iris, which also have other shaders, and the eyelashes here, which also have different shaders. So now this is again with amazing skins, and you can, okay, pose the character. Let's say, I don't know, this one, this pose, for instance. And now we can, we have no lights in the scene, okay. So you can create your own light, or you can just load one of the lights presets. There are a lot of presets, some with area lights, okay, some with infinite lights, and I always added an ambient sphere, but it's just for ambient, okay, for when you use infinite lights. And except for this one where there is infinite light with a sphere adding an ambient occlusion. And this is Uber and area lights, and these are just very bright area lights. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna load this one. I have no real preferences. And now I can make a render with the default settings, okay? Well, this is already pretty okay. okay, this way. And I have made some presets for Victoria, which are full material presets. They are not only for Victoria, and the presets allows you to have base tones to begin with figures. They are for Aiko, for Gia, for the girl 6, for Olympia, for Stephanie 6, for Victoria 6, and for Victoria 6 HD. If you want to load, for example, an Olympia skin on Victoria, you will need to own to have bought Olympia previously. Otherwise, it will write an error message saying that you have not the right textures. Okay, so I'm going to load. I don't know. For example, Victoria 6. I don't know, tanned, a little bit tanned for this one, and if I render, she is a little bit tanned. Okay. And this way you can load either the full scenes or the characters, and if you load a character which is not included in there, you can play with the color options there already, and you have here color options added to the diffuse map. Okay, for instance, okay, for fantasy you can render blue, and this has to do pre-process of the map, or you can render warm. Okay, this is a warm base, and you can go, for instance, for let's cold tone. This one is very cold. Okay, almost cold reddish. Okay, but you have a less cold one, and this way you can have already presets of skin which are not necessarily dedicated to Victoria 6 or Aiko 6, but which can be loaded on any figures that you have, and for which you would not have presets like this. Was it? Oh yes, it was the different ways. Okay, to load the amazing skins on your character. So either the full scenes, or you load a character and apply here the main applier. It works on any G2 figures, or you can go on the full material presets if you own a figure. You can and you can even swap between characters. And this is Victoria 6 with Aiko skin. Okay. This is a really extremely cold one, because Aiko is made for Aiko is an extreme character, but we got something more classical also for Aiko. Okay, these are the presets for all the characters. Well, thank you for watching this presentation on how to load amazing skins, and I hope that you will have a lot of fun with it. Bye bye.